Hello, everybody. We are live right now with Joshua Simair, amazing entrepreneur, CEO, co-founder, SkipTheDishes.com. If you're ever going to one of your favorite restaurants and you see that sticker in the background and behind his head, that's the guy behind it, mastermind, amazing. He's located in Winnipeg, Manitoba right now. He also has offices in Saskatoon as well, where he started the whole thing. And we have him here for a little while to tell us about his story. So Josh, let's start there. Tell us your story of how you became an entrepreneur.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on here. This is fun. I think that a lot of us born in the prairies here are, I think a lot of us are born entrepreneurs. Sometimes we deviate away from it, but I grew up outside of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, and basically growing up we had a little produce farm, and we do that, and that's basically how we ended up paying our bills and came through university as well. So we started having 4 kids in the family, and we did produce farming the whole way through. And then I guess how that ties into Skip is that I went to university. I was never really good at it. I just worked my face off, and a lot of support from really great people to tell me which way to go. And listen to them. And when after university, we ended up working. A lot of us that co-founded Skip worked in big cities, and New York, San Francisco, London. And when we were there, we started to see that people in those cities use their time really efficiently. And one of the biggest ways they use their time or save time and gain time was by getting food delivery. And we really, it was exciting and frustrating because we knew that back home people wanted to do good things with their time too. But why didn't food delivery exist? Why did only 5% of restaurants offer delivery? So we stumbled upon, out of frustration and both excitement, that in big cities they have access to food delivery. In our lower density cities, we don't. Because it's complex to do delivery in low density. So we set out to build that. So that's how we started out in entrepreneurship, I guess, living in the prairies. Got stumbled into Skip the Dishes as a solution to give people in our cities a lot more time in their day to focus on what's important to them.
Very cool. So what year did it start? And how has it progressed from there to having hundreds of employees now? That's crazy.
So Skip, we it's like dog years. I just it's so long ago, even though it wasn't. It was about 2011 when we started conceiving it. I was still working in banking, and really we all got together in 2012. So I think we launched our website in 2012, and then we launched the apps for couriers to use. In 2013.
Nice.
Everything was really together by 2013.
It's like
3-ish years ago.
Wow. And tell us your latest, what's happening in the last, because I've been seeing you guys all over the news here in the last couple of months. So what's been going on?
So it's lots of fun. We're heads down on scaling right now. So it's all around me. I mean, I'm right in the middle of the office right now. There might be people walking.
No worries.
So we're heads down right now on expanding that. The number of people in North America that want food delivery is enormous. It's not really food delivery. It's like single dads that want more time. It's a group of nursing students that want to keep studying for 45 minutes while their food arrives. So we've been completely heads down here doing kind of abnormal stuff, coding, writing machine learning, writing algorithms, bridging restaurants between what they currently do and what's needed to offer delivery through our system as well. So we've been heads down. We're now in we have 3 cities coming up that we're launching, but I can't.
Absolutely.
Someone's gonna come here and slap me if I announce it right now.
No worries.
Soon.
No worries.
The announcement on here.
Sounds good. So
it's Canada and US right now.
Wow. Jeez. And how many employees do you have right now?
About 300.
Wow.
So we have a good portion of people are part-time, a lot of university students that help us work with restaurants. And work through all the different iterations of tech that we roll out. So there's it's a really cool space because it's massively tech oriented. Like the number of apps that we build is, most companies have one app. We have apps for couriers, customers, and restaurants. And then we have dozens of back-end systems that tie everything together. So we basically have a whole office here of these top university grads and students and top performers from around Western Canada and Canada.
Wow.
And they're basically bridging the gap to help make it work through the restaurants, or careers, even the customers.
That's amazing, Joshua, man. 300 plus employees starting just literally a few years ago. We used to play volleyball against each other back in the day.
I tried to keep up with you in volleyball.
I tried to keep up with you, never mind. So Joshua was part of the Prince Albert Volleyball Club. I was part of the North Balfour Volleyball Club back in the day. And that's how we first got a chance to meet each other on the court. I guess we were very competitive. We had a big rivalry. It was good times. But talk about how sports in general, because I know you have all your brothers and even your sister have used sports in a way of getting ahead. You know, using that as fuel to succeed. How important has it been for you?
Well, I'll talk first in my situation, because I think it's done terrific things for a lot of people. Like these small town teams in Saskatchewan shouldn't be doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be winning national medals and whatnot. Like, it doesn't make sense statistically.
Yeah.
But somehow it happens.
Yeah.
And I think for me personally, first of all, though, is that I was never very good in school. Like I always really struggled with all the reading and writing and everything, and I was never good at it. And I always had to find ways around it. But I think through sports, I learned that if you're able to work really hard, you know, sleep well, eat as well as you can, you know, don't drink beers too often.
Yeah.
Hard work really pays off.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, sure, I grew up doing like strawberries and Saskatoon berries, but it's really the sports teams that started to show me that, hey, if you really put in the hours, put in the little habits that matter, things add up. Yeah. And it's not like the best quote I have from, I used to play soccer too. Yeah. My coach told us that Wayne Gretzky, everything's hockey analogies. The best, like Wayne Gretzky isn't great and doesn't get the puck and score because he was just there. Yeah. He had like 1,000 steps that led up to him being there. Yeah. So it's like he did core workout, he did nutrition, sports psychology, whatever. He listened to his coaches. Yeah. And you put that all together, it really adds up. And I think that with business, it's the exact same way, that there's no brilliant idea that just takes off. Yeah. It's a lot of freaking hard work that we have to go in day in, day out, put in the hours, put in the hard work, fail, lose over and over and over again, and get up and keep going. Yeah. And develop thousands of really good habits that allow us to do it. Nice. Well, I think that's a huge quote for anyone who's watching this shit today. Josh, what kind of things inspire you to keep moving forward and keep scaling this amazingly big company already to the next level? What's driving you right now? I feel a very large sense of purpose by doing what I believe is good for the community. Yeah. And also the broader community too, across Canada and US now. Yeah. That I've done hundreds of deliveries and hundreds of menus. I've done basically every role at Skip. Yeah. When you get to deliver food and you see a single dad, well, it would appear to be a single dad, I don't know for sure, but teaching his daughter how to do some homework. Yeah. And they're focused there while their food arrives. It makes it really exciting for me that it makes our cities great to live in, and allows people more opportunities to focus on what really matters to them. Yeah. So currently it's our product broadly, I have so much drive for that because I feel we have an obligation. It just has to happen. That if we don't do this, people in New York are always going to have a leg up on us. Right. People in San Francisco are going to keep smoking us. Mm. And they do. Like, they're really smart people. But frankly, so are people in the prairies. Yeah, absolutely. In Canada, they're not smarter than we are. Yeah. Maybe they're high performers, but if we get included into these different systems and different ways of thinking, doesn't mean it's necessarily better or worse. Yeah. It's just, and we have more inclusion, we have more opportunities, and we can do different things from wherever we call home. Yeah. So that really drives me personally. Secondly is that you can't get funding out in Western Canada. And and we don't have a lot announced yet, but we're doing some pretty big things right now behind the scenes that haven't been done in Western Canada, period. Wow. We're really trying to pave the way that if we can build out this billion-dollar company, we really want to prove out that, hey, we did it as a team, we did it as a community, we did it as this whole region.
Yeah.
We kick ass.
Yeah.
It's not just us that can do it, it's everyone in this whole community, and you guys should invest in these people because people here have no entitlement.
Yeah.
People are hardworking, they're smart.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity and they'll knock it out for you.
Yeah.
We'll fail too.
Yeah.
But overall, we're going to do really well. So there's this broader sense from our apps. There's a sense of the local community as well that we're really pushing hard for that. And I think maybe it's a chip on the shoulder, but I think that's good.
Yeah.
Because people deserve these things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not to prove it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you're very busy, Joshua. Any last
Teams
words?
doing all the work.
Yeah.
I'm getting people shooting me eyes right now. Get back to work, Josh.
Any last words of encouragement to any entrepreneurs out there who might be, or even young professionals who might be trying to take the next step to maybe follow their passion like you have?
Yeah, I think it's I think the broader, we have a lot of really good habits.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't believe there's ever a silver bullet that gets us to where we want to be.
Yeah.
And along the way of getting a lot of really good habits, often we develop bad habits too by accident.
Yeah.
So it's this really, I don't call it like a war of attrition with yourself, but when I say it, I mean basically it's battle with yourself that you have to keep fighting and keep going and trying to outcompete yourself. But you really need to have a lot of courage that you're going to fail over and over and over again.
Right.
And even now, the more good that we're doing and better that our service level is getting as a company here, we're more misunderstood than ever.
Wow.
From a lot of people, they're just confused about what we do. Some people think that business is bad. We get random things coming in, and there's failure all the time.
Yeah.
And you have to keep believing in the good that you're doing as a team and the good that you're doing as a person. And I think you have to be driven by that because you have to get all these habits, and they're not easy to get.
No.
They're really easy. So you have to have a ton of courage to get all those. So really keep going through it. I think that's a really long way to articulate it.
No, I like it, Joshua. If anyone's I've been a customer to SkipTheDishes.com. I've been in that same situation where I'm a father of 2 children.
I remember you were supporting it. I remember seeing your name in really early.
Yeah, I was one of the first.
Name coming through, and I think I called you up once.
Yeah, I think you inboxed me right after that. That was pretty cool. So that's customer service right there. That's pretty awesome. So I've been a big customer. I'm still a supporter here. So I wish you all the best. I see massive potential with you guys. Thank you so much for taking your time. Any last words, Joshua?
Well, I want to thank you too. That it's not about us just thanking each other here, but it's really that I think a lot of people need to see that. I mean, this is just Josh and Kendal.
Yeah.
Two old buddies that used to be playing volleyball against each other, and Kendal used to be smoking me.
No, I don't think so.
And all there really is to it is just a whole bunch of hard work and a whole bunch of habits that get you to where you are. And a lot of courage to pick yourself up after you fail. So it's not rocket science. It's not anything that's secret or silver bullets anywhere.
Yeah.
It's something that everyone can do as long as there's a lot of inclusion. And I think that the message here, the message you've been saying is that it's clear that we have to get the support out there for the community.
Yeah.
It's not just money. It's not just free rent somewhere. It's the whole community needs to come together.
Right.
I've always believed it takes a village to raise a kid. It takes a village to raise a startup.
Right.
And I think it's important that everyone knows that there's a lot of support out there, and make sure to keep asking for it.
Yeah. Yes.
You won't have what you want, but ask people like me, ask people like Kendal.
Yeah.
And the broader community too. So thanks for running these shows, and
no problem.
I've been having a lot of fun watching them. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much, Josh. We can find you obviously at SkipTheDishes.com. Make sure you guys check them out online, subscribe, get on their list, and start supporting a local company that started here in Saskatoon and now has become an international company. So congratulations, Josh. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You're amazing.
Thanks a lot, Kendal. Really appreciate it.